Sanibonani. Ade ngithi nginyise namhlanje ngigcwalisele ngiphuza leli tiye ekuthiwa cappuccino. Asha. Azi. So I think yesterday's video I mentioned dope conversations. So my brother started this format on his page where it's dope conversations, and every now and again he invites me or invites different people just to have like a panel type of chats. And the last one that we had, I think it was a Monday if I'm not mistaken. Today is Wednesday, the 20th, one of those days, but we had it on Monday. And one of the questions that I was asked by Usis Ursula was, Uguti, do I ever, in the way that I do this vlog and my channel, do I ever have a vulnerability hangover? I asked, I've never heard that term. Like, Sissy, what's a vulnerability hangover? So she says, Uguti, on the channel, on my channel, Umuntu is incredibly vulnerable, incredibly open, incredibly honest. And do I not have times where I look back or I think back and I say, shit, I wish I didn't say that. I wish I didn't say that. I think maybe I shared too much about who I am. I shared too much about my private life. I shared too much. So just to give you guys a bit of a backstory, I've always been a closed off person. So it was never what you see is what you get, you know. I grew up in a space where it was very much, you've got your home life, then you've got your school life where there's pension, you know, ekaya, school Zulu, and then at school, it's English. So then you learn, like many guys, many women who went to multiracial know what I'm talking about. It's almost like you have two personas, you know, because here when you go home, we watch HML, we watch Izo. But here when you get to school, people are asking you questions around what happened in KTV. That's not a KTV thing. Oh, did you guys watch Carte Blanche last night? No, Mamubugi Indab. So again, it's almost like you had these two different worlds and you were lost in that. And as a result, as I got older, I realized, Uguti, I behave differently in different spaces. You know, so when I'm with the rugby oaks, hey bro. So you become this persona, you know, and then, hey, Machita, otherwise, grand, sure. You become this, and then there's pockets of who you are, which can be seen as a positive thing because, again, there's more to us than just, you know, this is Benson, he's a this. But I'm trying to say, you lose sense of who you really are. And I got into my early 20s. As I grew, I became very closed off private life. You know, I very closed off. You didn't know who I was dating. No one can tell me who I was dating, you know, 22, 23, 24, unless you are in my actual circle. No one can tell me who the mother of my kids, unless again you are in my circle. So it was very closed off, very private. Obviously what I posted on social media was those odd gym videos every now and again. And even with the gym videos, I wasn't telling the truth because I'd be pushing 50 kgs, but I'm posting 30 to try and be like humble or some bullshit, something like that, you know. Or if I failed at I never posted that. And again, it's because you want to create this persona. You know, if you guys read a lot of Carl Jung speaks about how the world receives you as your persona, and then how you think about yourself, that's your ego. So he tries to split it. And you know, my persona when I'm in these spaces, I act differently from who I am when I'm sitting by myself, and that's my ego. And understand, what I know about myself is only the conscious mind. There's still that whole area subconsciously, like if you were to think of an iceberg. So with me having gone on this journey, going back to just trying to unpack the vulnerability hangover, going on this journey, doing this vlog has been therapy. It has been every therapy. You know, if you speak to my mother, if you speak to my brother, my sister, they will tell you that I'm so much more open now. You know, instead of hiding my challenges back, I'd go through my own financial strain, but I'd sit on it by myself and I wouldn't reach out for help, and I'd be dying alone. Or relationship, things are falling apart. I'm crying in the shower, I'm crying in my bed on my pillow, and I'm not reaching out to anyone, you know. And people have solutions. I'm talking about my loved ones because I'm not going to reach out to Talalas, but I'm not reaching out. So I'm by myself. And I started this vlog for myself. I started it as a way to hear myself. How am I being received? The comments tell me so much, because again, people might ask you, why would you post it online? Because I know that there's someone, even if it's one person, that will watch a video, even if it's one video, and it will speak to them. And they will also be able to identify with that. I go through so much challenges alone. I could be in a room full of people. I could be in a room full of loved ones. My wife could be there. My mother could be, my dad could, but I'm alone because I don't know how to communicate my pain to them. I don't want to be seen as weak. I don't want to be seen as broke. I don't want to be seen as a guy who can't manage a relationship. I don't want to be seen as a deadbeat father. So you keep it to yourself. Your fears, your insecurities, you keep it to yourself. Kancane, I was able to let it go. Kancane, I was able to speak and to be open and what then happened. I'm going to use a very disgusting example, and I'm really sorry. But let's say you're constipated. You know, Tina, when we were constipated as kids, sastrata. You know, people that know, in English it's an enema, I think, where you put it up your bum and, you know, or those pills. So let's say you're constipated and you have those laxative pills, and then boom, everything comes out, right? That sense of relief that you have. And let's just say I started taking it seriously from last year, 2023. So let's just say at the beginning of 2023, I started taking this thing like almost daily type of me checking in. Since then, I felt a huge load, you know, of relief, because when I go into certain spaces, I don't need to pretend to be someone, you know, to fit that mold. I don't have to pretend when I'm in, when you guys see me at Cresta and you see my nails and my nose ring and my this, I don't have to pretend to you. You already have some sort of understanding. If you see me with a gun, you like, hey, that guy's got a gun. You don't have to like utoge or something. Yeah, so you don't even have to pretend anymore. You know, who I am when I'm with my kids, you know, is who I am when you see me publicly with my kids. I'll hug them, I'll kiss them privately, and I'll hug them and I'll kiss them publicly. I will love loud. I will love loud, because that's what I choose to do. If I'm scared of something, you guys know, don't make that guy go bungee jumping. He also loves Marvel, but I'm trying to be who I think I am. I'm trying to be that person when I'm sitting alone in a room, and who I think I am, I'm trying to also portray that outside. I am trying, one of the ladies on the show spoke about that you've got a persona when you're sitting at the Saxon Hotel versus when you're sitting at a tavern. Saxon Hotel being a very, very high class hotel and restaurant here in Joburg, for those that don't know. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a different person at the fancy hotel versus a luxury tavern. I want to be this guy. I want to be authentically me. I want to go when I'm at this fancy restaurant and what. Need to, hey, Buffett, yeah, that is black la. Let's tell you, court. Let's say, can I please get a draft, a black label draft? Oh, sorry, we don't sell that here. We only serve. Do you have brandy? You have Coke, brandy and Coke. Let's have. I want, because I enjoy those things. I'm not gonna pretend like when I go to those spaces, can I get a glass of sherry? That's not who I am. You know, that's not who I am. I go to space with people like this. Oyster. I need the oyster. Excuse me. Hey, if you don't have anything, just give me inkukhu. I love chicken. Number 7, abazi inkukhu le piece le, got a chicken. Number 7, tiny drumstick. Nige loko, nama chips, na draft, nama black label, ndalo brandy and Coke, ni crane. That's the fancy place. Man se tavern, ngicela ungiphi ingudu ye black. Okay, sure. Nenzanda, senza inyama yangaphakathi. Angidli inyama yangaphakathi mina. Guys, ningangijaji angidli. Ngidla, the only thing I eat is isibindi. I eat sibindi, I eat kidney, izinso, and then I eat inhloko. Those are the 3 things. Outside of that, don't invite me over if you've got the inside story. Angikho lapha. What else put in inside? No, senza ne chicken dust, chicken pokos. Let's la ngidle. I'm that guy, you know. I'm that guy when I feel vulnerable, I want to be vulnerable. I don't want to go and be brave ngenkani. I want to be brave when the occasion says I need to be brave. And And in doing so, I allow a level of vulnerability. In doing so, I allow a level of allowing people in to criticize me and people to say the harshest things, and which people have said the harshest things, and people have said really, really painful things. But those are a reflection on what I'm putting out there. I'm putting this out there. So when people make a horrible comment about my ears, you got so small ears compared to your head. It's who I am. So I need to learn how to accept it, And sometimes people might say a comment that I disagree with. Hey, Penson, we think that a beard doesn't suit you. Yeah, whatever, bro. I'll keep my beard. I won't shave. Hey, Penson, we think you should change your nails. No, bro, I'll do me. You do you with your money and your nails. So again, but it's still a mirror that I can't see. It's still a mirror that I can't see. So every day I get to, in the comments, I get to hear feedback of how I've approached myself. I'm trying to be as honest and as open as I can to myself and to the world. I'm trying to align. I've spoken about this so many times that my thoughts, my words, and my actions are all perfectly aligned. I'm trying to be that guy who what you see is what you get. Not what you see is maybe what you get. A lot of our sisters have complained with a lot of the guys initially when they date. They pretend to be these caring guys. They pretend to be these understanding guys. They pretend, and then later on you see the real them. And you're like, this motherfucker. For me, I'm trying to be the same guy on date 1 as date 100, obviously with the growth of human nature. But I'm not trying to switch up as, oh, you have kids. Now you find that 6 months down, oh, I didn't know that you have kids. Yabo, I'm trying to be that guy. I was saying to Umamsi around the fact that I love history. If you know me, you know that I'm a proper nerd. Philosophy, psychology, history, that's my thing. And I do a deep dive into people's pasts because I believe that your past is a great indicator and education for who you are currently. Obviously, it's going to be flawed at a certain point. We understand that we're humans, but it gives me a great understanding. I know people that when you speak to them, they become very defensive. Hey, imagine, and I go, oh, snap, because they might have had a past of where they were taking advantage, in terms of being shouted at, being made to feel small, and as a result, they've been forced to become that person, or they had to fend for themselves, and as it became harder and harder. So I need to understand that past. I know with my kids, when I go and I apply at some of the schools, they want to know, hey, who's your child's Pete? We want to see the doctor. Who's the doctor? What's the development you want? They want to have a perfect understanding of my child from birth to age 3 or whatever the case is, so they can make great decisions right now. When I buy a car, I don't know about you, because maybe you guys have money and buy new cars, and I buy a pre-owned cars, I want to know the whole history of this car. I want to know what year model it is. I want to know the mileage of this car. I want to know that if it's been an accident. The more I know in terms of history, the more informed decision I can make at the current state. The more I know in terms of history, the more I can then process moving forward. It's a great indicator. Same thing with human beings. Same thing with partners. I've said this time and time again. When sisters like, I don't know my body count. The more I know about your past, if I know that your father was extremely abusive, I know that's going to affect who you are today, sis one. If I know that in your early 20s, you raked up debt and debt on top of debt, I know that if we get into a relationship, especially if it gets serious, I know that debt that you have will become my debt. So I need to preempt and make decisions based on your past, if you understand what I'm saying. But that comes with a great deal of honesty. That comes with a great deal of being able to not lie, to tell the truth. A lot of people say, but I don't lie. Yes, bitch, but you omit. So you know that you slept with that guy who's across the table, but you keep quiet. Sharp, you didn't lie. Okay, sure. But you omitted that. You know that was a crucial bit of information. So when your boyfriend stood up and went to greet that guy because that guy is familiar, hey, I've seen that guy, man. Hey, have we ever played indoor soccer together? Hey, yeah, we played that wonders. Okay. Then they greet and he comes and sits down and you just keep quiet. Bitch, you are deceitful. You are manipulative. You are dishonest. So I try and live a life of being honest and not telling a lie and being truthful regardless of how painful it can be at times. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be the person that I used to be. I used to lie because I knew if I lie, On the other side, I know I can't afford to pay what that person is offering. I know I'm trying to swindle this person. I know, Guti, I don't deserve that. I don't deserve, I know what I'm not going to have to deserve that. So I'll say, hey, Yasmin, I drive a 7 Series. Hey, Yasmin, I live in Banbani Bay. Yasmin, I will lie because I know that real me is undeserving of that. I know this. I've done that. That's why we lie in interviews at work. You lie through your teeth. Why? Because you know that the real you, the authentic you, does not deserve that job, does not deserve that promotion. So we lie. I get it. I get it. I fully get it. I used to say, oh, I lie to protect people's feelings. Because I heard Granddad say that in Boondocks one time. Oh, I lie to protect people's bullshit. Bullshit. Find a nice way to say the truth. If a person's fat, then say, hey bro, think you're getting a little bit overweight. Let's hit the gym. Come on, bro. Me and you're my boy. I love you. Be honest. Be honest. Hey, Danga, it's the first time we're going out. Never seen the color of your wallet, dog. What's happening? Okran, chat to me, chat to me. Talk to me, bro. I'm your brother. Chat. But we have these honest conversations. We can't be lying to each other. And worse, you can't be lying to yourself. Guys, try your best to be as honest and as open as you can be for your own healing. You don't need to post it publicly like I do. You don't have to start a channel, but in terms of your own space, starting by yourself. The thoughts and what are you talking, is it aligned? What you are speaking to the world, is it exactly what is going through here? What you're speaking to your world, what you're speaking to, is it there? And are there actionables? You've been telling us about swimming for the past 3 years. We've never seen you in a pool. So you speak it and you think, Uti, that's the action. That's not the action. Speaking is not the action. Doing is the fucking action. Doing is the fucking action. You take that risk, you get laughed at, you look like a clown, trying to not die in the water. But after a while, you get the hang of it. A year too late, 2 years later, all of a sudden you're swimming. So really, really understand, Uti, what your thoughts, what your mouth, and what your actions do have to align so that you can be at peace. The more I do these episodes, these shoots, whatever, the more I do that, the more at peace I am. The more I feel. Anyway, please let me know what you think below. Tell me if there's a new overshare, you shouldn't share so much. This is the wrong thing, only share. All those comments that you guys are going to say, good, bad, and everything in between, please plug them at the bottom so I can learn. I'm also on a journey of growth, guys. So don't deprive me of having these hard conversations in the comments. If you disagree, as respectfully you say, hey, bro, I disagree and this is why. Let me learn, let me introspect, let me reflect. Because now I might be off, so bring me back, guys, as a community. But anyway, please share this video far and wide. I got tagged in the snippets on Instagram, so I just reposted it as well on my story. I appreciate that so much. You know, the mere fact that there's people that watch any bit of my stuff is just, I don't know. I'm still so humbled. It's weird. I still find it weird that there's 100 people somewhere that find, whether it's entertainment, joy, education, from listening to what I have to say. Nyabonga, guys, I truly, truly appreciate. Thanks to all of my members. There's 14, I think so. There's 14. There's 7 on the WhatsApp group. 8 on the WhatsApp group, yeah. The mere fact that you guys are putting your hard-earned money in my direction, guys, you know. And yes, to those that don't know, it's 20 Rand a month. So for me, like, thinking about it, like over 200 Rand a month that people are blessing me with, I need to ensure ukuthi I continue to pay it forward. And it's not just imali yokuthi ngihambe ngiyophuza, izofika leyo mali leyo izofika, kodwa kamanje just being appreciative of the privilege that I have. But anyway, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, hit that notification bell, and have yourselves a fantastic day.